Hello dear friends! In the previous video we talked about one of the Shatkarma's techniques, Jalaneti, and I showed you how to do this. I hope it was useful for you and you started to practice it. So let's continue this important topic about the purification of our body and our inner organs. If we go further down through our body, we come to our stomach. Stomach plays a very important role in the digestive system, and the health of the digestive organs is the key of a long and healthy life. Nowadays, we are not always very careful with our stomach. Very often we overeat and stuff it with all sorts of food, and as a consequence it leads to diseases and health problems. And when we are not healthy, we cannot think about something else than only about our health. But the sense of human life is higher than this. So, the food which we eat should be chewed very properly in the mouth, because chewing is already the beginning of the digestion process. When we chew, in our mouth we have three salivary glands which produce saliva enzymes, and these enzymes during the chewing already split the carbohydrates and the fat. That's why it is important to chew slow and proper. In some sources you even can read that we have to chew our food, each piece of food, 32 times, and it can even help you to achieve your perfect weight. Maybe not always we have time to count our chewing movements, but I think that slow and proper eating, conscious eating can really give us benefit, because when we eat slow, we automatically will eat less, and at the end our body will be thankful. So after chewing, the food comes in our stomach. The stomach, the main purpose of stomach is to grind and to mix the food before it comes to the intestine. In the walls of the stomach there are also a lot of glands. They are about 35 millions. These glands produce digestive juice, about 2-3 liters per day. The important component of this juice is hydrochloric acid, which is important for the digestion and also for the disinfection of food. But it can also cause a lot of problems in the case of imbalance of it. For example, excessive acidity or peptic ulcer. The reason of peptic ulcer is bacterium Helicobacter pylori, which populate in the stomach mucosa, and it is important to prevent the population of this bacterium. So depending on the kind of food which we eat, it stays in our stomach a different period of time. If we eat raw fruits and vegetables, it stays a short time there, for about 30 minutes. But if we eat meat, it stays there longer, for about 3-5 hours. And if we start to eat again something and don't wait that this food to digest it in our stomach, it can stay there undigested and so comes into the lining of the stomach, because inside it has such a linings, and if it stays there longer period, it starts to rot and can cause irritations, also produce gas, acidity, and very often this is the reason of the bad breath. Very often people with bad breath don't understand why they have this, because they brush their teeth regularly and proper. But sometimes we have to go deeper, and then we can understand why it comes. So, as I already touched the food topic and I talked about eating meat, I just want to note that for the people which practice yoga, and also for other people, I recommend to adhere to vegetarian or vegan diet, because the very important principle in yoga is ahimsa, non-injury. Non-injury for ourselves, and also non-injury for all other living creatures on this planet. And from the other aspect, I also think that it is naive to think that we are only our body. Maybe you know the phrase that the energy comes prior to the matter. And the food which we eat, it's not only the piece of matter, it has its own energy. And this energy has direct influence on our subtle energies. And it is important not to trash them. So maybe you can just try to eat vegetarian a certain period of time and to see what will happen. I like one story in this regard, when the student came to his guru, his teacher, and asked him, teacher, please tell me, how shall I struggle with my mind obscurations, because they take over my mind. And the teacher answered, why to struggle with them? One who drank once an amrita will never drink from the stinky puddle. So, and let's continue with the stomach. And I also want to tell you about the natural aspect of this shatkarma for the cleansing of the stomach, so that you are not scared when you will practice it, and you don't think that it is something what only crazy yogi does, because in the nature it was observed that many animals like elephants and also lions, they do this spontaneous vomiting when they eat something after a couple of hours of the full meal. They spontaneously vomit the undigested remaining food in the stomach, and this prevents from the intoxication of their bodies. This is a natural mechanism. So that's why in yoga we have this shatkarma kunjala kriya, which means kunjar from Sanskrit translate elephant, because of this animal which practice it regularly. So also I would like to tell you about some other aspects of Kunjala Kriya, like energetic level when you do this practice, you will become a lot of energy. It unblock your nadis, the energetic energy channels which carry prana through our body, and it will alive your body. So it's really very energized practice. Also, on the mental level, you can really release your depressions or your anxieties, tensions, and yes, it is really very helpful. Also, it can heal you from, for example, unanswered love. So because it can help you from the problems on your anahata chakra. If you have too much affection to someone, so you can practice Kunjala Kriya. And also, as every other Shatkarma, also Kunjala has some contradictions for people who has problems with stomach, like ulcers. We can prevent ulcers, but if you have this, it is better to consult your doctor if you can do this. And also heart problems, too high blood pressure. So, and now I will tell you how to practice Kunjala Kriya. You have to do this for on an empty stomach. The best time is early morning, or if you would like to practice it during the day, you can do it, but you have to look that you don't eat something before 4 or 5 hours, so that your stomach will be empty. So you prepare water, salty water. You will need about 3 liters of salty water, and you put 1 teaspoon of salt for 1 liter. The water should be slightly warm. So you put the water in a glass, and you start to drink glass after glass until you feel that your stomach is full and you cannot drink anymore. Then you have to drink another 1 glass. So you will need about 6 medium size glasses of water to fill your stomach. Then you can spontaneously vomit it, or you can put 2 fingers in your mouth on the root of your tongue and induce the vomiting reflex. The best position is a horizontal position of the body when you vomit. You can do it in the bathroom, or also in the garden if it's warm outside. So when nothing comes anymore out, you again put 2 fingers onto the root of your tongue and repeat the procedure until there will be no less water in your stomach. And then again you drink the water until you drink out these 3 liters of water, and repeat the procedure with the vomiting. So how often you have to practice Kunjala Kriya? You don't have to do this every day. Maybe for the beginning, if you do it for the first time, you can do it every day for 1 week. And then you repeat it, for example, once per month or once per 2 months. I do it, for example, every 2 months, and it is enough, and I feel very well. So, friends, I hope this video was also useful for you, and you can try also this Shatkarma Kunjala Kriya.